Hey Beaker Middle School, today we're going to talk about how to use a book source in a research project. There will be some times throughout your education that a teacher will require you to use a book source. And so today I'm going to show you how to tackle a book source and what they're intended for. So I have a book in front of me right now called the Holocaust Camps. Now when you're looking to use a book source as part of your research project, it does not mean you need to read the entire book. You need to use the book like a tool and find just what you need from it. And there's lots of little tricks and cool areas built into the book to help make your life easier. So we're going to start by opening up this book and heading to what we call the table of contents. Most of them will say contents or table of contents on them. So this book is called the Holocaust Camps. Now if I know I'm researching, for instance, maybe Auschwitz, the concentration camp of Auschwitz, I know I'm probably not going to need this whole book. I'm probably just going to need certain pages out of it that talk about Auschwitz. So I could start here. And if I was lucky, maybe it would say Chapter 3, Auschwitz. It does not in this one. It says like the road to the camps, which would be about how people got there, the prison camps, the labor camps, the extermination camps, inside the labor camps, the end of the camps. Now, this page could be very helpful. Maybe you are just writing about prison camps, or maybe you're writing about life in a concentration camp, in which case inside the labor camps would be great for you. But there's also another part. So let's just pretend this helped us, and we'll jump and I'll show you how to do that. So this is telling me that inside the camps starts on page 69. So I'm going to automatically jump forward to that page and start looking there. And I'm going to scan as I read. See, there it says Dachau, that's a concentration camp. I'm going to scan and look for maybe the words, keywords like Auschwitz, or anything that might pertain to my topic. I'm also going to look for what we call subheadings. See where this one says camp routine? So this is going to tell me about what the routine was like day to day in the camp. That might be something useful to some of you. So subheadings would help you see what you're looking at in just that chunk, so that you're only reading what you really need to read to find the information you need. So you may only take notes from this chapter in the whole book, but you've found what you need. Another way to get to what you need in a book, excuse me, is to use the index. The index is always at the back of the book, and it's usually in alphabetical order. Some books can have some pretty heavy indexes, but this one's just an index of terms, words that are in the book. And I'm doing Auschwitz. So right here in the A's, look at all these page numbers. So these are all the pages in the book that talk about Auschwitz. Some of them might be good for me, some of them might not. But I'm going to start with the first one. It's page 32. I'm going to jump to it. So that means the word Auschwitz is somewhere on this page. So I'm going to get in there and scan for it. It says new camps were built. Stutthof in Danzig, Auschwitz in Poland for Polish prisoners, Dachau first, and then others in Croatia. So the only time it mentions Auschwitz on that page is to tell me that it was in Poland and it was for Polish prisoners. Maybe that's a fact I want to write down. Okay? Now, you got to be careful. If you're going to write down a direct quote, I'm going to copy that word for word. So I'm going to write down on my note card, Auschwitz in Poland for Polish prisoners. I'm going to put that in quotes, right, on either side, and I'm going to make sure to include the page number. Because anytime we direct quote, that we pull information word for word from a resource, we have to include the page number. I'm also going to make sure that I have a source card to go with this book, or source written down somewhere, so that I know that I used this book and I know who the author is and any other relevant information that I would need from the book. Every teacher's a little bit different. And maybe I can find the book later if I need more information. I just need to have enough information on my source to be able to find it. And then I need to have given this a source number, like source 7, source 4, so that I can write that on the note card so I know what source it came from. So there's lots of scanning when you use a book, looking for key terms, and then maybe if that wasn't what I wanted, I could go back to my index and look for the next page on Auschwitz, which was 38. And I can jump straight to page 38 and scan until I find what I'm looking for. This one is called Types of Labor. So it's going to tell me about the work they did. Then I'm going to scan through it. It says, inside Auschwitz, for example, the IG Farben chemical giant produced fuel and synthetic rubber. So there we go, right there, on that one sentence on this one page, I learned one of the things they did at Auschwitz that they made the prisoners do. That's actually the only mention of Auschwitz on this page. So that might be all I write down, but if I'm going to direct quote it, I'm going to make sure to include the page number. So this is how you use a book. Also, most books, nonfiction books you're going to come across have, excuse me, let me get to it so I can show you, a glossary in the back. So if you come across words you don't know, they could be in the glossary. So this one talks about anti-Semitism, blitzkrieg, euthanasia. Those are words you're going to come across in this book, and you may not know what they mean. So this is kind of like a mini dictionary for this particular book. So if you come across a word you don't mean and you're stuck, always check in the glossary because it can help you too. The truth is, nonfiction books can be a lot of help if you're just willing to crack them open and give them a shot. Now, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be glad to help. Good luck, guys.